Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this League One broadcast. We are already coming live into the game. First quarter already has kicked off. Ole Miss received the ball to start the game, as we had a little delay in the broadcast team, but we're here live now as Ole Miss has the ball at their 50-yard line. Ward hands the ball off to Cook, and he'll lose 3 yards on the carry. Cook has been a monstrous piece of this Ole Miss offense for all season, really. He's been a great piece to this Ole Miss team, and I would definitely expect to see Coach PharmaKy to lean on him big time in this game. As it'll be 2nd and 13 coming up here for the Rebels. Quite an egg bowl. Some BCS implications definitely apply in this game. As Ward comes here in the shotgun. Cook to his right. Ward takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. Looking, finds Cook out in the flats. Cook is going to make a move, turn upfield, and pick up about 4 yards to give the Ole Miss Rebels a 3rd and long. Ball on the 49-yard line. Sorry for the not as great as production value as we're working out some kinks as first time getting this done, but they will get better and better as we move this along. But I will be joined shortly by Coach King Sidenight here in the booth as well. He had to step away for a second. As it's a 3rd and 5, Ward throws a pass, and it's going to be intercepted. The egg and the bowl, both big. As big as they can get in this game. But not a great throw by Ward, forcing it into coverage. And Mississippi State gets the big-time turnover here to start this game. Now Mississippi State with the ball, handoff to the running back. Jones, he'll pick up around 5 on the carry to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Ball now on the 43-yard line. And give me one quick second as I have to step away from the booth myself for just a moment.
From their own 43-yard line, it's 2nd down. Going right to his tailback.
And the pass to the flats to the running back. And in tight coverage, but Jones makes the catch, makes a weird spin upfield, and is able to pick up 17 yards. And a Bulldog 1st down. Another forced pass by a quarterback on one of the teams. On both teams, actually. They both have been forcing some passes here. But Mississippi State's receiver able to come down with that one. And picks up a big gain.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 41. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does.
So 1st and 10 now. 5 receivers set. He's going to look for a man, throws across the middle, and completes it for a gain of 14 yards and another Bulldogs 1st down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Nice pass across the middle to put the Bulldogs almost in the red zone. Ball on the 26-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs as
First down, 10
this
yards
offense
to
tries
go.
to capitalize off the
Ball on
early
26.
turnover. Option play, handoff goes to the running back. The running back's got some room, and he's going to pick up 8 yards. Bring up 2nd and 2. As Jones finds some nice space there in the middle. And pushes the Bulldogs into the red zone. Message out to our viewers there just to get a quick check. How are the sound volumes for you guys? Game volume and commentating. Do they sound all right?
All right. Looks like we have a 5 wide receiver set for
It's 2nd down, and they're about
Coach
2
Rbark here.
yards away from the sticks. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. He
scrambling to the right.
And they push him
Derwin
out
James
to
pushes him out of
17
bounds. 3rd and 1 from the 17. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. Sorry for the delay here from Coach Kingstown out here, alongside here with Coach Silent. How's everyone here on this wonderful evening here? And what a great way to start League One action here with the Egg Bowl, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Got to love having some Egg Bowl action.
It's 3rd down, and this
As
offense
we
is
do
about
welcome in
3
Coach
feet away from that first
King
down.
Sinai here in the booth.
It's a big 3rd and 1 early on. Hands off. Mike Jones breaking all these tackles.
Makes the move and he's in for the
man.
touchdown.
Mike Jones
What a
breaks
run.
Call by the
many
offensive
tackles and
coordinator.
punches his way in for the first score of the game. Bulldogs on the board. First.
That was an incredible run by Mike Jones to get in the end zone there on that run.
Yeah, he broke, I think, 2 tackles on his way there to punch it in to give these Bulldogs an early lead in this Egg Bowl. 6-0 pending the point after here with 3:05 in the first quarter.
Oh yeah, now
And he adds the extra point.
now we see what the response is going to be from Coach PharmaKy here, because this is an important drive to try to gain some momentum back here.
They line up to kick this one away.
Yeah, as the Bulldogs are lined up to kick this one off.
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
And it's going to go out of the end zone, effectively
they
taking
can
Dion
forget
out
about
of the special
returning this
teams
one.
game, which is going to be a very big part of the game plan here for Coach Rbark, it seems.
As it would be for any coach, as the Ole Miss Rebels have been very good at taking returns and punts and kickoffs this year.
Indeed.
Well,
Number 21 Auburn
They
upsetting
threw a
number
pick the
11
last time
Alabama.
out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
He's got a lot of time.
All
to
right,
figure
Ward
out
out
that
here in the
last
shotgun.
bit.
Cook
He
to
just
his
gotta
left.
stick to the game plan.
Ward's going to take the snap. He's going to stay in the pocket, throws it out to Cook, and he's going to pick up 3 yards on the peg.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing
Sometimes
pass
you
and
got to
swarming
take what
to
the
the
defense
receiver.
gives you. So, I mean, it's a smart play.
Correct.
Make more manageable.
Yeah, correct. You are there. Definitely makes it more manageable here for a 2nd and 7 as Ole Miss will now have the ball at the 28-yard line. See Coach PharmaKy calling in a play to his quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, and very similar to what Coach Rbark's doing with Mike Jones, trying to get these running backs early, getting them going early is going to be very effective
their own
for the
28-yard line.
way their
2nd down.
offenses are built, So,
Absolutely. And Ward is here in the shotgun making some changes. This one receiver flipping from a trips to a doubles there as Ward takes a snap. He's going to scramble out to the right. He's got no receivers anywhere near him. And he's going to take a sack.
He just blew
Big
past
loss
the
of
blockers
3.
and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by
Joe
the defense
Holland
here. A
bringing
few extra
Charlie Ward
seconds,
down
and
for
those
the sack.
receivers might have been open.
It's going to bring a big 3rd and 10 for the Rebels, who seem to be in trouble here early with an interception on the first drive, and now a big 3rd down coming up here.
Ooh, that's another interesting game to keep an eye on here on the crawler. It looks like Notre Dame is only down by 4 in the second quarter to Stanford. Be interesting to keep an eye on some of the other action going on this week. Some implications potentially to the BCS rankings.
Yes, we have many big games this week, especially user games. There's about 4 user games we'll try to have here on the channel that have some major BCS implications, as Ward is now in the shotgun. 5 receivers out there. He's going to take the snap, rolling out to his left. He's looking, might scramble, but he throws this one and finds the receiver, Coles, for an 18-yard reception and an Ole Miss first down.
What a toe drag swag from Lavernius Coles. You gotta love it.
Absolutely, as Ole Miss is going to go to the hurry-up, staying in this 5-wide set. Ward making the change at the line of scrimmage, and he's rolling out to the right again. He's looking, throws a pass across his body and makes it very bad pass, and another interception for this Mississippi State defense.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You just can't force those throws. I mean, you got to throw the ball away and live another day. Especially in games like this where every possession is going to matter. You can't be forcing errors like that on either side of the ball.
And big news in the NFL, the Seattle Seahawks have released Bobby Wagner.
Mississippi State up
Oh,
7
wow.
points.
Did not see that coming.
Not at all, as Mississippi State is going to roll out. He throws this one across his body, and it looks like Howard is just trying to throw that one away to live for another down. Yeah, big news in the real world. NFL just released. The Seattle Seahawks have released 8-time Pro Bowler Bobby Wagner.
Now, who's to say that he may sign back? I mean, it could very well be a move to try and restructure the contract to be a little more friendly. I mean, I know they just got rid of Russell Wilson today as well, but you know, you got to figure there's some sort of cap space that's going to go along with that. Maybe they're trying to free up some money somewhere.
Absolutely. As we bring up the 2nd and 10 here, Howard with the ball. He's going to throw this one across the middle to a wide open receiver. He makes a nice spin move, and Gallagher is going to pick up 33 yards and another first down for Mississippi State as they punch into the red zone.
Yeah, Bobby Gallagher got open right up in the seam, and Matt Howard was able to find him for a very big gain there.
Yeah, big gain there, big exploit on that Ole Miss defense there. And Mississippi State seems ready to go and have been playing very great so far. And Ole Miss, a little shaky, but obviously we have plenty of game left here, as it is now 1st and 10, ball on the 19-yard line. Howard in the shotgun. He's going to look the option, hands it off. Going to break one tackle, and Mike Jones picks up 7.
Good for 7 yards.
Very tough running, tough sledding for Mike Jones. He is going straight ahead with a head full of steam, ready to take on anybody.
Yeah, Mike Jones is seeming to come up here pretty big for Mississippi State. As like you said, both teams would like to probably get the running game going, and Mississippi State is doing exactly that.
2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards.
All right, 2nd and 3 now. Howard in the shotgun.
Is up by a touchdown.
Well, as you know, Coach Sexton will always love to tell you, complimentary football, take a drink.
Absolutely.
He's going to try and scramble.
As Howard's going to scramble out to the right, and he's going to throw that one away, which seemed to be a very smart decision.
All right, so, I mean, thankfully with the 7-yard gain on the previous down, being able to throw that ball away, it's still a manageable 3rd down. So, you know, keeping these third downs to very short yardage situations makes it a lot more manageable to try to find space to get to the first down. And I would say it's almost every coach's favorite situation because it's the 12-yard line. Had it been like the 14-yard line, it would have been nice to have that. But here we are in a red zone. Big opportunity for Ole Miss to try to get a stop here. So let's see what the Rebels have cooking up here on third down to try to see what's going on.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 now. Howard's in the shotgun. He's got Jones there to his right. He gets a snap. It's a draw play, and Jones is going to be hit for no gain to bring up a 4th and 3. But this might be the last play of the first quarter.
That was a huge stop for the Rebels there. And a big play by Derwin James to stop Mike Jones right there on third down.
Yeah, big play for Ole Miss as that, like I said, was the last play of the first quarter. And we have a pretty good game so far in our hands. Ole Miss trailing Mississippi State 7-0. What would you do here, Coach, if it was you on this 4th and 3 on the 11?
I mean, at this point, I would put trust in my defense if I was Coach rbark. Simply because he's already been able to force a couple turnovers. Defense is playing great. You just take the points here in this situation. There's no need to try to go for it.
And it's exactly what Coach rbark is going to do there. He's going to take those points, and he's going to kick the field goal, and it'll be up and good. And Mississippi State will take a 10-0 lead here to start the second quarter. So, Coach, how big of a drive do you think this is for Ole Miss right here?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, when you take a look at the way the game is going with momentum-wise, and actually first we got Dion breaking tackles, face mask.
That definitely looked like a face mask.
So
and indeed it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this drive is going to be huge, especially like the way the game is going momentum-wise. Coach PharmaKy needs to respond and get some points to try to bring some of that momentum back so that he can try to get himself in a good position to stay in the football game.
And I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
The game is in danger of getting out of hand.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss. Ball's on the 30-yard line. Handoff's going to go to Cook, and that looked like possibly another face mask, but it looks like it's not being called, and it's going to be a tackle for loss of 3 there.
Indeed. It was a great read by Mississippi State there to get in the backfield for the loss, but definitely does look like a face mask call was missed there.
But what can you do about that? You can't. There's nothing you can do. It's missed. It's missed. So Ole Miss is going to have to try to figure out something else. Yeah, they got to bounce back, figure out something else.
Yeah, indeed.
As it's now 2nd and 13. Ward in the shotgun. Cook there off to his left. There's the snap, and the ball's going to go to Cook again, and Cook is only going to pick up maybe about 4, but there is a flag on the play. And this time, the face mask is seen, and it is called, and that's going to give Ole Miss an automatic first down.
Seems like the Bulldogs are trying to play pretty aggressive here early on here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's, what, 2? And
3, really?
Almost should have been 3, yeah.
Well, no, technically 3 because the second one was missed. The first one right on the kickoff.
Yeah, so 2 called, 1 missed, but 3 straight face masks. All right, as Ward is in the shotgun, Cook there to his right. Cook's going to go in motion off into the left. Snap to Ward. Ward's going to roll out to his left. He's looking, and he's going to be brought down for a sack, loss of 6.
Found the path into the backfield and didn't let the quarterback get away.
And it looks like Charlie Ward's trying to get his head back into the game, and having those a couple mistakes early on, having to struggling trying to throw the ball here. But it just needs to get calm, collected, make some good reads, build that confidence back up, and he could turn this thing around. But it is, again, it's a rivalry game, playing in the rain. Ball's probably pretty slippery, anything can happen.
Yes, and Mississippi State, I believe, is riding a 20-something game winning streak at home. as Ward is here in the shotgun, 2nd and 16. He's got Cook off to his left. Looks like Ward is making some changes. He's going to take the snap, rolls out to his right, stops, plants, throws. He finds Richard, and Richard's going to find some space, and he's going to pick up 25 yards and an Ole Miss first down.
Big throw for Charlie Ward there to get some confidence going here now. And what a great catch by Michael Richard there to get that 25-yard gain.
Yeah, and Ole Miss is going to go to the hurry up, and it's going to be an option play, and Ward's going to keep it, and he'll scramble for about 4 yards to bring up a 2nd and 6 now, ball on the 35-yard line.
I mean, hey, if you do the math, 4 to 5 yards to carry, you're going to get a first down on every other play. So, hey, you would never be mad about that.
No, not at all. And like we were saying earlier, Mississippi State, I think it's on a 25-26 game winning streak here at home, something around there. That's very impressive in League One especially.
Absolutely.
So, it's not easy for any opponent to come here and win. So, Ole Miss had quite a task to accomplish coming into this game today, as we have a change at quarterback. Lawrence is now in the game. Cook to his left. Option play. Lawrence is going to keep it, and he'll get about 3 yards to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Ole Miss Rebels.
It was a pretty good play here
It was
by
a
the
good
junior
read for the
safety
quarterback,
stepping
for
up and making a
Eddie
good
Lawrence
tackle on the
to keep the ball and try to get as much as he could there. Now we got a 3rd and short, so very manageable down here. So let's see what Coach PharmaKy has going on here on this down, and let's see what Coach rbark has defensively to try to make the stop.
Yeah, and it looks as though Ward just needed a breather. He was off the field for just a play as he's got his helmet back on, and he's coming back here on the field. But what do these coaches have in store for this 3rd down? We obviously know Ole Miss really desperately needs to score, and Mississippi State would love to get a stop. As there's Ward in the shotgun, Cook to his left. There's the snap. It looks like another option play, and it's going to go to Cook. And Cook is going to pick up 4, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
Way to find the hole there by Cook to get the necessary yards to get that first down there. So now with a whole new set of downs, let's see what's happening here. Ooh.
Yeah, and it was a hurry-up approach again by Ole Miss. Same play, but this time Mississippi State was ready for that one, and Cook's going to be hit for no gain. That'll be 2nd and 10 now, ball on the 29-yard line. 4:50 here left in the first half. Clock is running. Ole Miss trying to put their first points of the game on the board.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
As Ward will come here in the shotgun once again. Cook off to his left.
Adjustments made by Charlie Ward there.
Yep, as Cook's going to motion out to the right. Ward scrambles to the right. He stops. He's looking. He is seeing nobody, and it looks like Ward's going to keep it, and Ward will pick up around 3 yards on the scramble play.
The senior at linebacker. That won't be the last time today we'll be talking about this young man.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie Ward took quite a shot there at the end of that play. He may need to take a breather, and well, for you, Coach, looks like your former Blue Devils are actually struggling against the Tar Heels of North Carolina right now.
I would like to say that during my tenure at Duke, we actually never lost a game in North Carolina. But yes, they are struggling. It's unfortunate to see, but was perfect against them myself.
Well, it is shocking to see considering how well Russell Wilson just played against Syracuse recently.
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes play great, sometimes not so much. As Ward's here in the shotgun, 5 receivers. He's going to take the snap. He's looking, rolls out to his left. Not really finding one as that defense closes in on him, and he's only going to pick up 1 yard, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 6 for the Rebels. Now, what do they do here on this 4th down?
I mean, the way this game's going, points are going to matter. You got to put some trust in that defense, so I would take points here.
And that sounds exactly what they're going to do as Coach PharmaKy sends out his field goal team, and Janikowski is going to send this one up, and he's going to put it through, and he's going to draw closer to the Bulldogs, as the score will now be Ole Miss 3, Mississippi State 10, with 3:29 here left in the first half.
Ole Miss to kick.
Defensive battle so far here in this game, as Powell's going to send this one deep. And no return here, as Mississippi State will start on their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, so now we're here in the waning moments of the second quarter. One score lead at this point. You know, I feel like this is going to be a big drive for both teams. Ole Miss obviously would like to try to get a stop and try to get a score on the board before half. Mississippi State, they're wanting to get down the field and score and get a two-score lead going in the half. So this is a big moment for both teams right now.
I couldn't agree more, as Jones is going to go out motion to the right. Howard gets the snap. He's going to roll out to the right. He stopped plants. He's got Jones down deep. He's open, and he makes the catch. And there's a flag on the play. And it's going to be a face mask call on Joyner, and that's going to push the Bulldogs all the way into the red zone. Ball on the 19-yard line. What a play.
That was a sensational play to not only for Mike Jones to make that catch, but to able to make the catch and maintain possession while getting yoked up by the face mask.
Yeah, great concentration there by Jones to bring that one in. As Howard will be in the shotgun, Jones to his right. He's going to look to pass. He throws it to the flats. It's to Jones. Jones breaks a tackle. He's brought down, and another flag on the play, and it's against the Bulldogs. They're going to lose 15.
Well, if they could just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
Yeah, huge plays going on here. Let's see what both teams have in store. Feels like a chess match trying to think which team is going to do what here in this moment.
Yeah, and we just looked down on the ticketer below. Some big scores for many of the users to look. Florida State, unbeaten, was able to beat the Gators and Cincinnati, so two teams that people were needing to lose, both winning this week. As Howard gets the snap, and he's going to hand the ball off to Jones, and Jones is going to get tackled. It'll pick up 3 yards to bring up a second and 22.
Well, as another important score to keep an eye on, because I believe Cincinnati, they're obviously going to be in the American Conference Championship. Looks like their opponent more than likely is going to end up being the Midshipmen of Navy. Right now, they got a 2-score lead over SMU right now.
Yeah, that's a big-time score to look over. But like we said, number 2, Cincinnati, able to get the win, and number 3, Florida State, able to get a win over their hated rival Gators, as those were two games that I know a lot of users had their eyes on. And we got to see the finals there. As Ole Miss is one of those teams to be going to be watching, but they got to take care of business here first if they want any hope. As Howard has 5 receivers set, letting that clock dwindle. And he's going to take the snap with 1 second left on the play clock. He's going to throw the pass out to Higgins on the out route, and he's going to pick up 10 yards to bring up a 3rd and 12. And it looks like Coach PharmaKy and the Rebels are going to take a timeout. They want the ball back before halftime. It was a big-time 3rd down here for Mississippi State, as well as the Rebels.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge. And right now, clock is a huge factor. I know the Rebels are wanting to try to get another possession in before the end of the half. And it looks like the Bulldogs are trying to play clock control
Third down,
at this point in the
12
game.
yards to go.
Well, it's a
On
good
the
move by
21-yard
them
line.
because Mississippi State does get the ball to start the
They'll
second half,
spread
so
the
score
field
here
with
with no
5
time
wide.
left would be ideal, as Howard is going to be here alone in the shotgun, and once again he's going to stay in the pocket. He throws across the middle, and Smith is able to make a catch, but he's only going to pick up 6, and that's going to put the Mississippi State Bulldogs in a 4th and 6 on the 15-yard line as Ole Miss takes their second timeout.
A huge stand by the Rebel defense. A huge stand.
I'd say that's back-to-back big stands for Ole Miss. Twice, Mississippi State, the last 2 drives, Mississippi State has gotten in here in the red zone, and the Ole Miss defense is standing tough and is able to hold to a field goal first drive. And we'll see what Coach rbark and the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense does this drive. As seems like they're thinking about it, but it does look like the field goal team is coming out on the field.
Indeed, it does appear so that way. And like I said, it's just smart to take the points wherever you can get them right now. Still have a whole other half to play, but to start this drive with such a huge offensive play, whoa!
It's off the crossbar and in, so close to missing it. And had he missed that, that's exactly why it would have been a big stop. I mean, still big stop for Ole Miss, but way to trust the defense and great stand there for Ole Miss.
Well, I'm sure the kicker is going back to the sideline thinking, whew, at least I'm not Cody Parkey.
Absolutely. Or the Ohio State kicker who missed the big time kicker last week in the overtime. Well, not in the overtime, to go to overtime, to stop overtime. Could have won the game, had a 20-something yard field goal, and he misses it. And Ohio State ends up losing to Indiana in that game.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite the game, and I know for the Buckeyes it was not a loss easy to take. So right now, I believe that their sights are looking to take down the Wolverines in the shoe. It's going to be a huge game this week.
As you are correct, Coach. As Ward is going to come out here in 5-receiver set. He's going to take the snap, scramble out to his right, and he's going to keep this one. And he's got some room, and he slides down after picking up. Looks close to about 15 yards on the scramble there.
And that was close. Ward, smartly slides to avoid contact there.
As you are correct, that was a smart move by Ward as he takes the snap after the hurry up. He's going to scramble out to his left, and he's going to throw this one away, but he takes a shot as he throws this one away, and he looks like he's a little slow getting up here.
Yeah, looks like getting up there is definitely a little sluggish, looks a little tired. We'll see what Coach PharmaKy decides to do, and I know he's checking on his main man there. As he's looking to try to get down the field and get some points on the board here before half.
Yeah, we know Coach PharmaKy is a pretty aggressive coach, and he's definitely going to want to get some points here. But we do see Ward is coming off the field for a play, and the backup quarterback is coming onto the field.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 41.
As Lawrence is back there now. And he's got Cook to his left. And he's going to take the snap, and he's going to look to pass, and Lawrence is scrambling out to his left. And he's got pressure coming on him, and he can't find anybody, and Lawrence has to throw this one away and bring up 3rd and 10 for the Rebels.
Yeah, it looks like right now the defensive line is imposing their will on the Rebel offensive line there, because they are not giving the quarterbacks for Ole Miss any kind of time right now.
Absolutely. No quarterback on either one of the Ole Miss quarterbacks have had much time to throw here so far in the first half. And so, yeah, like you say, big credit to that Mississippi State defensive line.
3rd down now, and they need to get
as Ward is back on the field for this 3rd and 10, as we would have imagined.
Really making it difficult.
And there's a 5-receiver set. This Mississippi State crowd is getting loud as Ward's going to take the snap, stands in the pocket, throws one deep to Kelvin Benjamin, and Benjamin almost able to make the catch, but it is batted out of his hands, and it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Rebels.
So this, you're under 40. I think he's going to trust his defense. But this is one that you might consider thinking about. I mean, it's at this point in the game, I'd think about it, but I probably would punt. What do you think, Coach?
This is a tough point. you almost have to right now kind of trust your defense, and that's kind of looks like exactly what
Awaits the
Ole
snap.
Miss is going to do as the punter comes out on the field, and Powell is going to try to pin them deep as he gets the snap. The punt
He
is
really
off.
got hold of that one.
This one looks pretty good. It bounces at the 10, but it does
This one's
go
gonna
in
be
the
down
end
to the
zone,
end
and
zone
that
for a
will be a touchback.
All right. So Mississippi State has 1:14 left here in the second quarter. They got 3 timeouts left. Definitely plenty of time to put up a drive here. So let's see what Coach rbark decides to do here in the very first play, and see what the Rebels have to
So we're just about ready
try to put a
return
stand up
action.
here before half.
Yeah, minute 14 left here in the first half. Mississippi State with all 3 timeouts. Howard in the shotgun. Jones to his left. He gets the snap. He's going to plant throw to Jones in the flats. And Jones will pick up 5 yards. It'll be second and 5.
Yeah, Mike Jones has had an incredible first half here in this Egg Bowl, making big plays in the running game and in the passing game.
Absolutely. As they go to the hurry up, Howard in shotgun sends Jones in motion. Howard's going to scramble out to the right. And he looks like he's going to keep this one, and he's got some green in front of him. Howard is up to the 50, tries to cut back in the middle. He breaks a tackle and finally dragged down, but not after picking up 28 yards on the scramble. And you see Coach rbark running down the field and calls a timeout. 43 seconds left here in the second quarter.
A great awareness by Howard to see he didn't have any guys open, so he just took the open grass in front of him, tucked the ball, and just went as far as he could, and he breaking a couple tackles, just trying to fight for the extra yardage there at the end of the run.
Yeah, great veteran move there by the quarterback, as he smartly, like you said, scrambles when he had no one open, as we've seen him do that where Ward has thrown some passes that he should not have thrown.
Yeah, I mean these are big moments here, and like I said, you can't take every possession is going to matter in these kind of football games. They're very intense, and right now we're seeing a chess match. Both of these guys just trying to make the best of the reads, and Asante Samuel Jr. with the big deflection, but Shirley is looking at his hands right now, going, "What happened to my hands?"
Big pass interception chance there missed by Asante Samuel Jr. as Howard threw it to a receiver very tightly covered. And just as we're talking about how well he has done in making great decisions, made a bad one there and almost paid for it.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is where the rain is surely coming into effect here, because that surely should have been picked off.
Absolutely. I think he was looking at the end zone there. As it is 2nd and 10 now. Howard in the shotgun. He's got Jones there to his right. The snap goes to Howard. He's going to plant. Look, he throws it to his tight end across, or on the out route to the right. And Givens is going to pick up 11 yards and a Bulldog first down.
Yep, now we're having a hurry-up offense here by the Bulldogs. Looks like we got Ole Miss here in a dollar set.
The Bulldogs call
and they call a timeout. They did not like the look that the defense gave them. They're going to go back and talk about it.
Yeah, something Coach rbark did not like, and he calls that second timeout. Still has one in that hip pocket, but it'll bring up, or that will actually stop the clock at 33 seconds now here. Ball in the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for Mississippi State.
And definitely these 33 seconds and these moments can feel like it's an hour. You know, you're just trying to think, what's the next thing that you got to do here. But it looks like the Bulldogs are come out in 11 personnel. Got a quarter defense by the Rebels here. So we're going to see who's matching up against who and see what's going to happen.
Yeah, Howard in the shotgun, 5-receiver set. He's going to take the snap, stay in the pocket, look, throws out to the left, and he's going to get a completion to Higgins for 12 yards and another Mississippi State first down. As they're going to continue to run this hurry up, as we'd imagine, try to save that timeout. Howard flips the trips to the left, 2 receivers to his right. Snap to Howard. He's going to scramble out to the right. He stopped, plant, starts across the middle, and he's going to find a receiver, and he's going to pick up roughly 14 yards. It's going to be 1st and goal. Oh, it's Higgins again. 1st and goal for Mississippi State. They continue the hurry up offense. Same formation, trips out to the left. Nope. And they call the timeout. Final timeout's taken. 14 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Interesting decision by Coach Arbach here. Arbach here. You want to definitely try to get a couple quick plays off here to see if you can try to get in the end zone before half. It does give the chance for the Rebel defense to take a breather, try to regroup, and try to form a goal line stand. So let's see what both coaches have wrote up here. But definitely battling here on the gridiron, trying to find the supremacy here in this Egg Bowl.
Yeah, both coaches battling hard, you would say. As we know, a touchdown here would be huge for Mississippi State. And Ole Miss wanting to, at worst, allow a field goal. As Mississippi State does get the ball to start the second half. As it's now 1st and goal here. Howard alone. 5 receiver set, 3 to the right, 2 to his left. Running that play clock down. He takes the snap. He's in the pocket, throws it to the left.
I know this quarterback trusts his arm and his
and
receivers,
it is
but he's
thrown.
got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't
looks like
intercepted.
Matt Howard heard a little bit of footsteps and overthrew the pass out of the back of the end zone there. So the good news for the Bulldogs is that stops the clock. And for the Rebels, again, just get a little more breath on defense and try to apply that same similar coverage to not allow any room for space.
Yes, right you are.
This is the 8th play.
As it is 2nd and goal here. 11 seconds left as the incomplete pass stops the clock. Trips to the left. Doubles to the right. Howard alone. Play clock down to 5 seconds. There's the snap with 1 second on there. Howard backpedaling, finds someone out to the left. The pass is complete. And he's going to be tackled short, and there's no timeouts. And I think, yes, it is. What a stop by Ole Miss there, right there. Wow, is all I got to say. What do you think about that play there, Coach?
Wow. I mean, huge stop there to prevent him from getting into the end zone. That was shades of that Super Bowl between the Titans and the Rams with Andre Rison right before the end zone, right at the half-inch mark. That was some crazy stuff to stop that right before, so the clock ran out there, so there could be some regrouping done by the Rebels here at half.
Yeah, that was an amazing stop. I mean, you have to sit there and think with Coach Arbach. Do you question his use of timeouts there right before half?
That's one of the things that I mentioned right there. It was an interesting call to call that timeout. Maybe he didn't like a coverage he saw and thought that maybe there was a way for him to try to get him into a better position to try to score. For me, in that point, I would try to go through the playbook there in that hurry up and try to find a couple quick plays, or in the event if something like that happens, if you fall, you have that timeout in your back pocket, so you can at least get a field goal there. But give credit where it's due. The Rebel defense stood up exactly where they needed to. Coach PharmaKy loved how his defense was able to show up in that moment.
Yeah, great job by the Ole Miss defense. And we'll see if the poor clock management by Coach Arbach and the Bulldogs there before the second half comes out to bite them, as the second half kickoff has happened, and it will be a touchback to start the second half. So Mississippi State will open up this second half here on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Howard in the shotgun, Jones to his right. He's got 2 receivers out to the right. Looks to be a handoff to Jones. Jones got some space up the middle, and Jones is going to pick up around 9 yards on the carry. And it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs.
As you know, they say, second and short is every coach's favorite down and distance. There's a lot of different kind of plays that could be ran here in this time,
That's correct, you are. It does open up the playbook dramatically for Mississippi State. But like you say, every coach loves second and short.
Absolutely, because now many, open up the playbook. Anything can be ran. Different things can be tried.
Short yardage
And
situation
defensively, you
here.
got to
Second
think,
down and
this
1.
could be a run, but it could end up being a play action over the top. So we're going to see here what Matt Howard does here. Looks like we got a single back formation. Got a handoff to Mike Jones. Who?
Mike Jones. As Mike Jones picks up 7 yards and a Bulldogs first down, ball up to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Bulldogs. What are your thoughts on Mike Jones, Coach?
Like I said, he had a tremendous first half. Looks like he's coming out on fire here in the second half. I mean, he was making big plays in the running game and the passing game and doing some great pass blocking as well. Looks like the Bulldogs have a potential future first-round pick.
We've got a 1st and 10.
I think you're correct there, as Howard's going to come out here in the shotgun. Jones is right, through 2 receivers out to his left, tight end there to the right. Howard's going to make some adjustments. He hands the ball off to Jones up the middle, and Jones is going to drag a defender with him as he picks up 8 on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 2, ball on the 49-yard line.
Another great run. It just opens up the playbook when you only have 2 yards for a first down. So let's see what the Rebel defense could do to try to respond here to this run game getting heated up early on from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, as Jones has been running very well so far here on the first drive. As the Bulldogs have a 13-3 lead here, 6:17 in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like the Rebels coming out in a 4-2-5 defense.
As Howard's got the ball in the shotgun, trips to his left, Jones to his left. Looks like it's going to be a counter, and Ole Miss defense all over that, and they're going to bring him down for a loss.
What a play by that defensive tackle to get in the backfield and hit Mike Jones in the backfield for a loss.
Yes, that defense tackle all over the play, not fooled by the counter at all, as Mississippi State will now be faced with a 3rd and 5, ball on the 45-yard line. What does Mississippi State do here?
It's 3rd and 5. It's definitely still a manageable 3rd down, but now the playbook's shortened up a bit because
ball on their own 45.
You got to be able to make some certain plays. So let's see what they got in store here.
Yep, Howard in shotgun. He's got Jones there to his right. There goes the snap. Howard's going to look. He throws. He finds his tight end. I believe that's Higgins again for a big pickup, and that's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Man, that's a pretty big tight end there with that neck roll. That is a Coach Spector special.
That definitely is a Coach Spector special. Gotta love the tight ends with the neck rolls there. And he comes up big for Coach rbark.
All right. Derwin James, he was trying to, try to lay the wood on that tight end there to try to force the ball out, but great concentration to hold there for the first down.
Absolutely. It's Howard now in the shotgun, looking to hand the ball off to Jones, and it is Jones, and Jones got some room to the outside.
No.
Jones with a nice spin move. Jones is going to be shoestring tackled, almost takes this one to the house. But he brings up a 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line for the Bulldogs.
What a run there by Jones, and that spin move. That is what made that play. And great blocking going down the field as well.
Right you are, Coach, as a great play by Mike Jones as he found a big hole on the outside, and the spin move takes him up for more. Almost thought he was going to break that one, but does get shoestring tackled. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Now let's see how the Rebel defense responds after giving up the big run here on the previous play.
Exactly. Howard in the shotgun, trips to his left, Jones to the right. The handoff's going to go to Jones, and Jones not going to find room this time, and he's going to be tackled for no gain.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Great play by the defensive line to keep that to no gain. So now we get to see where we're going here. So now we're here in the red zone here on the 20-yard line. We'll see what Coach rbark has, and then we'll see what Coach PharmaKy is trying to do here to try to respond and try to get the ball back.
Yeah, the last 2 drives, well, actually 3 drives, we've had Ole Miss has held Mississippi State to 2 field goals, and then right there before half held them to nothing. So this Ole Miss defense has been tough in the red zone so far.
And this
Indeed.
play is number 8 on the drive.
But a lot of time has been ate up here on this drive here in the third quarter. Ole Miss still hasn't had a possession here in the second half yet. So I know that they're trying to get the ball back. And as we're saying that, another great run by Mike Jones to give the Bulldogs a 1st and goal on the 8-yard line.
Yeah, right you are, Mike. The counter play works this time for Jones as he picks up 12 on the carry. So Mississippi State will now have it a 1st and goal, ball on the 8. 3:30 here in the third quarter, and that clock is still running.
So you were Ole Miss. What are you thinking right now?
Ole Miss has to get a stop. Absolutely. You want a turnover because time is not in your favor and you're down 10. I mean, worst case scenario, field goal, but you can't give up a touchdown here. As Howard will be here in the shotgun, Jones to his right, and he's going to keep feeding his man Mike Jones, and Mike Jones is going to be able to pick up, looks around 5 on the carry. So to bring up a 2nd and goal, correction, picks up 4 yards on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and goal, ball on the 4.
Yeah, I mean, right now, a turnover is definitely what the Rebels need.
Oh, yeah, they need turnover in the worst way.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't had a possession here in the third quarter, and here we are getting towards the end of the third quarter. So right now it looks like ball control is being played by Coach rbark here to keep the ball out of Charlie Ward and Dalvin Cook's hands. So this is going to force the Rebels to playing up-tempo football right now to get as many possessions as they can that remains in this football game.
Yes, as Howard is in the shotgun, he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Jones, and Jones almost able to muscle in for the 1st down, but he's just stopped short of the end zone, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal, ball on the 1-yard line.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, he got the ball. I think he saw the end zone, but he ended up running into his own guy. Thankfully, he did not go full Mark Sanchez there.
Yeah. Right, you are. I almost thought he actually crossed the plane, but, that's why I'm up here at the booth and not there on the field.
Right you are, Coach. So this is a huge 3rd down, and now this is where it gets interesting. If the Bulldogs don't get in the end zone here, we're on the 1-yard line. We're on inches. Do you take that field goal, or you risk the biscuit and try to get in the end zone?
Well, we'll find out here on 3rd and goal if they even have to try to risk it. And he stopped short, the QB keeper. And was that Derwin James?
Derwin James got the push. And it looks like Coach rbark is going to go for it.
As he hurries back up there. Derwin James is right there on the line of scrimmage. What is going to happen? 4th and goal, big-time call here.
I mean, this could be a neutral zone infraction here or an offsides. I mean, this is very close.
We'll see. Coach rbark and that Mississippi State not in any hurry. There's the snap. It's to the fullback, and the fullback's going to punch it in for the touchdown for Mississippi State.
Almost impossible to slow down in short
Looks like Derwin James was expecting another QB sneak, and he hands it off to the fullback, the big old battering ram, to get in the end zone.
Yes, Ole Miss totally expecting that QB keeper. And what an adjustment for Mississippi State to go to the fullback instead as he went in untouched to extend this Mississippi State lead. 19-13 pending the extra point. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. And like you said, Ole Miss, third quarter almost over, and Ole Miss hasn't even touched the ball yet.
Yeah, and with the fullback scoring there, you got to give some love to those fullbacks. I mean, they are the unsung heroes sometimes. They're always blocking, giving you the time you need, so it's always good to see them get in the end zone.
Mississippi
Right,
State
you are,
trying to
Coach.
kick
As
this one
you
off.
look at the numbers, 315 yards for Mississippi State offense, 95 for Ole Miss. That is just unheard of. You do not see this Ole Miss offense held to so little in most games.
Tackle at the 12-yard line.
Indeed.
You got to know where you are
So
on
I
the
mean, this
field. There was
Bulldog
no
defense
reason to run that one
has
out.
played some
Just
special
catch
football
it
this
and take a
season.
knee. It's the only way to guarantee that your offense will start on the 20.
And right now, in this moment, in this rivalry game, they are rising to the challenge. So right now, if I were Coach PharmaKy, got to get the Rebels going, and they got to get the Rebels going quickly. I mean, now you got to start thinking
There's
that
got to be some sense of
we're
urgency
almost
to
four
this
down
offense
territory
right
all
now.
game at this
They
point.
don't have the luxury of
Absolutely.
wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
Being
They'll
down by
spread the field with
17,
5 wide.
man.
And they got to have a score
He's on
here.
the run. He's
Oh
taken
yeah,
down
I mean
around
you
the
have to score and you have to
17-yard
score quick.
line. Comes away with 5
you
yards
can't.
on the scramble there.
You're in no huddle the rest of this game.
As it's exactly what they're doing after the first down
Spread the
scramble.
field in the gun
Ward
with
picks
5
up
wide receivers.
4 on that carry, so it's the 2nd and 6. And they hurry up to the line, getting the call in from the sideline. 5 receivers set. Ward takes the snap. He's looking, throws it to Coles, and Coles is going to pick up
around the 27-yard
around 10 yards, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Verdius Coles has made a couple good catches this game here.
They come out in a
I know we haven't had a
5-wide
whole lot of offensive action from the Rebels, but they're definitely trying. And whoa,
Oh,
that was almost picked off.
that was a ill-advised throw.
absolutely correct. Ward almost throwing another, would have been his 3rd interception of the game. Gets lucky that one fell harmlessly to the turf. And now it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Rebels. 35 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, as you know, in any game, turnovers are the biggest thing, and right now those 2 turnovers are looking to be the biggest factor of the score
Second down, 10
right
yards
now.
to go.
Correct you are there,
27.
Coach. As it, Ward will come out here in the shotgun. Cook to his left. He's got 2 receivers on both sides. Making some adjustment. Ward gets a snap. He's looking for a receiver. He's got some time, and now he's got to scramble out, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. Big time sack by Mississippi State.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers
Well,
when the defense is
whoa,
in your face
well,
like that.
I did say the Navy and SMU game was interesting, but it seems that Navy has ran away with the game over SMU once again this season.
Yes. And you know there's a coach that will definitely love to see that score. Coach Six Gun Ninja with the Go Navy message.
So the sack makes
As
this
his
third
old
and
midshipman
very
team
long.
able to get a big win here. As it's now 3rd and 16 for the Rebels. This crowd has got this stadium absolutely shaking. And Ward is going to look, he's scrambling.
Wide
He stopped, he's
open.
got someone wide open. Benjamin with the catch and a huge conversion for Ole Miss.
Big play. Nice play.
As
Do they have-
Ward finds Benjamin.
Staying with his receiver, and the receiver's
Do
For
they
big
have
game.
enough time to snap the
because he
ball
knows his
before
quarterback has the arm strength to get it
ball
there.
count
They'll
starts?
line up with
They're
5
trying.
wide receivers.
Ole Miss going to hurry up here. Ward, he does get it off, so this is going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Ward scrambling out to his left.
Here they come.
And he's going to throw it to Coles, and Coles is going to get out of bounds, and he's going to pick up a first down and be the last play of the 3rd quarter as we head to this 4th quarter. Score Mississippi State 20, Ole Miss 3, but the Rebels on the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Ole Miss has made some pretty big plays, and this is what they needed. This is the spark the offense needed to get going. So right now, it feels like the Rebels are starting to get a little bit of momentum, trying to get down to the end zone, get that quick score, so they can try to get the ball back as quickly as possible. So right now, I think what the game plan is going to be for Coach PharmaKy is to score quickly, force a turnover, while
He launches one.
what
to the
a
end zone.
dot!
What a throw by Ward, and he's going to find Richard for the touchdown. Amazing pass by Ward, and just as you're saying, a quick score, and that's exactly what Ole Miss did as they find the first touchdown of the game for them, as it is now 9-20, pending the point after.
Yeah, so right now the way that this is going to be, this Rebel defense does not need to allow any more points. I mean, maybe one field goal at best, but they absolutely cannot afford any points. They either need a turnover or they need to force a quick 3 and out to get back in this football game. What are you thinking?
Ole Miss
You are
is lining up
absolutely
to kick
correct,
this
Coach.
one off.
At worst, only field goals. They can't give up any other scores, only field goals at this point. As Ole Miss's point after is good, so the score is now
And it goes into the end
20-10,
zone, down for a touchback.
7:56 left here in the fourth quarter. And this, you don't ever want to say a drive could be the ball game, but this drive right here, it's got a feeling that this could be a change of the ball game kind of drive.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, I feel the game plan right now for Coach Arbark in this moment.
Both teams are
Don't
well
turn the ball
aware
over.
that a score on this drive
And
is
he's
create
going
an
to run the
almost
clock out,
insurmountable
so it's
lead.
probably going to go
This
to Mike
defense
Jones.
has
Mike
really
Jones has
gotta
been money
step it
all
up and
game.
make a stop.
That is where the ball's going.
As Howard is going to get the snap, and he's going to look, and it's going to Mike Jones in the
He's
flats.
tackled at the 33-yard
Not,
line.
not running, but he still finds Mike Jones some way or form in in this game.
I mean, and you know the defender was there in the area. He I know he tried to go up and get the ball, but it just slipped right through his hands and went into Mike Jones. So missed opportunity by the Rebel defense there to bat the ball down or get that elusive pick six.
Yeah, and don't ever rule out this Ole Miss defense. They've done that time and time again this year. So for Coach Albark, they do not want to keep
It's second
testing
down, and they're about
that
2
chance.
yards away from the sticks.
As it is 2nd and 2 now. Howard in the shotgun. Jones to his right. He's going to take this clock all the way down to 1 second. He gets the snap. He throws. Looks like the same play to Jones. And Jones is going to pick up the first down after picking up. Looked around like 14 yards on the play. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 45.
I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. And Mike Jones is playing some tremendous football here. This entire football game, he has definitely been the main man to make a lot of plays this evening.
Right, you are, Coach. And what do you think of the play calling so far by the Mississippi State on this drive?
So, I thought it would be more of a run game. It still seems like obviously they're leaning on Mike Jones. That's where the ball's going.
From their own 45-yard
Give it to the
line.
best guy who
First
you think is
down.
not going to turn the ball over. So I think it's been good play calls because they've been focusing on the run game, so
And
it's
they
giving
get him in the
opportunity in the
backfield for a
pass game.
loss.
But the Rebel defense, just like they did there, need to create these opportunities for their offense. Being able to stop, like Mike Jones there, for a 3-yard loss, if they're able to get a stop here, gives their offense more time to get another quick score, and without using their timeouts to try to get back in this ball game.
Right, you are, Coach. As the counterplay did not work there for Mississippi State, and like you said, Mike Jones just dropped for a 3-yard loss, so it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs. Ball on their own 41-yard line, and clock is running. Ole Miss still has all 3 timeouts, but there is 6:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Howard's in the shotgun. Jones to his right. He's got 2 receivers. No, correction. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And he's going to throw it to the tight end. And great defensive play there to knock that ball out of his hands. Clock stops, and it's 3rd and 13.
Yeah, and that's I know you're trying to get the yards back from the previous loss on the down, but sometimes you don't need to fear the run on 2nd down because a lot of people are going to think, okay, he's down a distance, he's going to pass the ball. Well, that gives you opportunity in the run game to not necessarily get the first down, but make a more manageable 3rd down. And now in this moment, in this time, this actually goes in the Rebels' favor as they're keeping more time on the clock if they're able to get a stop here because they are not in field goal range.
Oh, we've lost audio or video for a second.
What a play by
A lot of
Jalen
emotion over
Ramsey
there
or was
with
that
the coaching
Dion?
staff on the sideline. The defense did their job, and they've got a lot of confidence that their offense can come back and take the lead.
We had lost the video picture for a second. You have to explain to us what just happened there, Coach.
So it looks like Dion just made a stop on 3rd down. The ball was initially caught, but Dion was able to punch the ball out and create a stop on 3rd down. So now it's 4th and 13 on the 41-yard line, and it looks like Coach Arbark is going for it with 11 personnel on a 4th and 13 play.
Wow.
What do you think of this?
It's an aggressive play call. This is Coach rbark saying that we're going to try to win this game. He wants to win it now. As here we go, 4th and 13, 5-receiver set. Howard is going to take the snap here. He's going to look. He throws it across the middle, and what a catch. Just barely makes it. Needed 13, and he picks up 15. Aggressive play. That could have been big-time game-changing had he not gotten that.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers.
Man.
As he's now going to hurry up, Howard back here in the shotgun, 5-receiver set. He's got the trips to the right, doubles to the left.
I mean, I'm not the one good coaching down there, but I'm not going to say I necessarily agree with that play call there. But hey, hats off to the Bulldogs for converting that long 4th down to maintain possession of football and maintain control of this game.
Right, you are, Coach. As it's he's going to take this play clock down all the way to 1 second. Howard's got it. He's going to scramble out to the right. He stopped, throw it across the middle. He's got a wide open receiver. And he's going to break a tackle. He's still going. Breaks the second tackle. And then he's finally going to be brought down around the 25-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Looks like that 4th down conversion has amped up these players here on the offensive side of the football. They are out there making plays, and they're now trying to break tackles and fight for extra yardage. I mean, this is what it's all about. Especially in these rivalry games. I mean, they're going to go at it. They're going to do battle.
Oh, you're right. As Mississippi State is trying to they want to win this game for sure. As Howard is in the shotgun, he's got Jones to his right. It's a fake to there. Howard's got some space. Howard is at the 5, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Big score here late in the 4th quarter, and now they've given themselves some breathing room in this football game.
Well, we have a ball game here, folks. So this definitely is putting the Bulldogs in firm control of the ball game. But let's see how the Rebels respond and see if there's any way that they can try to get back in this ball game. I know there's only 4 minutes left. 4:41 left in the game. But as you know, especially in the 4th quarter, this could feel like ages.
Oh, you are correct. And if you need any offense to score points fast, this Ole Miss offense is equipped to do exactly that. As we're set here for the point after, the kick is up and it is good. So Mississippi State extends its lead 27-10 with 4:41 left here in the ball game. You can never rule anybody out in any sort of game. If you follow any other leagues around there in the Twitch sphere of all NCAA action, just recently, if you watched a game in the G12 between Ethernet Gaming and St. Breezes, Ethernet Gaming recovers 2 straight onside kicks and almost able to make the comeback, but 2 straight onside kicks. So anything can happen in user games.
They'll bring him down at the 14.
And as Dion was trying to make something happen there on that return, but the Bulldog special teams unit was able to keep him. He stopped him short there on the 14-yard line. So we've got a lot of ground to make up in order to try to make a quick score here to try to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, 86 yards Ole Miss has to get, and they're going to have to get it very fast as they are down 3 scores here. As it is 1st and 10, ball on the 14. Ward is in there alone, trips to the left. He gets a snap. He plants and throws, finds Anquan Bolden, and Bolden's going to pick up 8 yards. And I'd expect Ole Miss to go to hurry up, and surely they do. So 2nd and 2. Stay in the 5 set. Ward takes the shotgun snap. He's rolling out to his left. He's going to throw it, and he gets it off to Kelvin Benjamin. And Benjamin is going to pick up quite a few, and he's going to give them the 1st down. Clock stops.
Yep, and as expected, the Rebels are going to play up-tempo offense here in 11 personnel.
Absolutely, as they got the trips to the left, doubles to the right. Ward takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to plant. He's throwing. He's going one deep. It looks like it's one-on-one. And it's batted down by the safety, almost intercepted as Ward was looking for his big target, Kelvin Benjamin, deep. with the safety and Benjamin one-on-one, and the safety makes a great play, almost pulls in the interception.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that was more of another ill-advised throw. I mean, the safety was definitely there. I know he's trying to get down the field. I do believe that the slot was coming over on the crossing route, and he was open. So, I mean, he definitely could at least got a few yards and get out of bounds without using a timeout and, try to preserve some time on the clock there.
Well, but he does not, and now we're sit here with the 2nd and 10. Ball on the 33, 4:09 left here in the ball game. There's that 5 receiver set once again. Ward trying to make some changes. He gets the snap. He's looking, rolls out to the right. He stops, throws one deep. He's got a wide open man. It's Kelvin Benjamin. And Kelvin Benjamin's at the 20. He's at the 10, and he's going to be brought down at the 9-yard line, correction. What a play by Ole Miss.
Yeah, that time it looks like Charlie Ward was able to see the single high safety coverage, and with the 2 receivers on the go routes, one of them was able to get open.
Yeah, as they hurry up to the line, Ward is going to stop. He's going to scramble up the middle. Ward dives for the end zone, and he gets in there. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
What a play by Charlie Ward there to, try to fight to get back in this game, and that was a very quick drive by the Rebels, exactly what they needed to try to maintain this ball game. So if they can get a 3 and out without using their timeouts, they could very well easily be back in this ball game. This ball game is far from over.
Oh, absolutely, it's far from over. 3:55 left. User game. He's got all 3 timeouts. Only 2 scores down now. Absolutely, there's still a ball game. As Ole Miss is going to kick the extra point, and it is good. So the score is now 17-27. 3:55 left here in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of defining moments in this game. Of course, we could talk about the turnovers, the huge aggressive call on the last drive by the Bulldogs in that 4th and 13 when they got that conversion. Definitely some highlights of this game right now that have the Bulldogs in the driver's seat at this point.
Yeah, you are correct. Some definite big calls, like we say, the getting stopped in the red zone before halftime, the going forward on 4th down there. Some big aggressiveness from the coach, and see if it pays off and he's able to hold on to win that one here. But of course, Ole Miss is hoping they can pull the miracle out and get the win on the road and end this long Mississippi State winning streak. As it is now 1st and 10. Howard in the shotgun. Jones to his right. Play clock all the way down. He's going to go to throw. He looks, he throws it to the flats. He's got a man covered, but he makes the catch. It's Jones, and he's going to pick up 3 there.
Yeah, Jones, what looks like to be a delayed route there. And looks like the defender thought he was going to keep going because he was within the vicinity to make a play. So the Rebels right now are trying to preserve those timeouts and trying to get a stop without using them to try to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, it does look as though they're trying to get a 3 and out here, and they want to score quick and then have those 3 timeouts for that second drive, so they're able to try to get another 3 and out and call timeouts, or possibly try the onside kick but still have those 3 timeouts. It's my guess of what's happening now, as it is 2nd and 7. Mississippi State coming out here. Howard in a shotgun. He's got Jones to his right. And the handoff is going to go to Jones, and Jones can try space. Finds some space. He makes a nice spin. He's up the middle. Jones, he's up, down to the 20. He's at the 10. Jones is going to take this one all the way. Touchdown, Mississippi State. What a run by Mike Jones.
That was quite the run there by Mike Jones. He found the space, open in the middle, made a spin move, and just took off. No other defenders in sight. And now this, as you always say, you never want to say a game could be over at a certain point. But this does definitely put Mississippi State in a great position to get the win over the Rebels here in the Sagal this season.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct, Coach. That was such an impressive run by Mike Jones. And that was, I think, the running back saying, I'm putting this game on my back, and I'm going to go and end it here. Like we say, we don't want to say it's over, but man, that was an amazing run. As we have a timeout here.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean,
What are your thoughts so
My-
far, Coach?
yeah. So I mean, we've talked about him all game. Mike Jones has just been making plays right from the first drive, and there, as you saw it, he is definitely the key component to this Bulldog offense. He is the guy, as you stated, putting the team on his back and trying to get that W and propel the Bulldogs forward here in the SEC. So, not even just the SEC, maybe trying to get opportunity to try to get into a New Year's Six bowl or even potentially a national championship, depending on how the other games fall this week. Obviously, you got the big game with Ohio State and Michigan. You got a big game with Indiana with Penn State. And of course, the huge game with the Trojans going one-on-one with the number one undefeated Bruins of UCLA. So, again, a lot of big games this week.
Yeah, big time games. Like you say, we have that one, obviously huge BCS implications. It has Pac-12 implications. Winner between USC and UCLA in that rivalry game is going to, win the Pac-12 South. So that's a big one. Obviously, the Michigan-Ohio State game, and of course, this game was a big one.
Yeah, lots of implications here. And speaking of rivalry games, Washington took down Washington State, and it looks like the Beavers of Oregon State are giving the Ducks quite a beatdown.
Right, you are, and I know that's one that you had your eye on there, Coach.
Indeed. It looks like there may be some opportunity. A lot of changes in the coaching in the offseason for plenty of teams. So who knows? Maybe some shakeups could happen. That is yet to be seen, and definitely will make those announcements if there are any changes.
So the correct answer there, Coach, was to say, I'm committed to UCSA. We're going to focus on this season. Nothing. No further questions. As Ward's going to take the shotgun snap, he's going to scramble out to the right, and he's going to keep this one. He's got some green in front of him, and Ward's going to slide down after he picks up 15. And I would imagine, obviously, Ole Miss has to go hurry up for the rest of this game. That's exactly what's happened.
Less than 3 minutes in the game.
But at this point, I don't want to say ever concede to an opponent, but is this 5 down territory? Oh my goodness, what a play by Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, wide open as he doesn't cross the line of scrimmage. Nice moving in the pocket by Ward. He stays behind the line of scrimmage and makes a great play to Anquan Bolden. And now it's 1st and 10, ball on the 32. Ward takes the snap. He's going to look. He looks like he's going to scramble. And he looks like he's going to brought down his face mask. And there's the flag.
And the defense
he was brought down by his face mask, and it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 15. Ole Miss trying to say, hey, hold on. This game ain't over yet.
Yeah, they're definitely trying, but at this point you got to think they get in the end zone. They got to try for the onside kicker. I don't think you can. Unless you want to, try to force a 3 and out and use your timeouts, and then try to onside kick later. I mean, I think the onside kick is coming.
I'm with you. I think the onside kick is coming as Lawrence is now in here in the game. He's going to scramble out to the left, and he's just going to throw this one away as there was tight coverage all over the field, no one open. So it'll be 2nd and 10, 2:22 left in the ball game.
I mean, always having tightly contested action here going on here in League One. I mean, this game, throughout the seasons has always been an intense matchup.
Yeah, and a great question he posed there. Does Ole Miss concede and make sure, because there's no way Mississippi State can win the division. Ole Miss has already locked it up last week with their win over Auburn. Do you take this loss so you don't lose somebody for the SEC championship game? But at the same time, Ole Miss, a loss would take them out of national championship contention. So what do you do here?
A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
I mean, first we could say Anquan Bolden just got enough separation, and what a great read by Charlie Ward to get into the end zone there.
Well, I feel like the question he's the answer now with a score here with 2:19. I feel like you might have to be aggressive because any chance, especially being the national titles champs last year, you would think that they want to try to defend their titles. So I expect them to continue to be aggressive.
Indeed. I mean, you have to go for the onside kick here. I don't think you kick it off. I think you go for the onside and try to remain in this game.
I think you're correct here. I would expect us to see the onside kick team come out here, as the score is now 34-24, 2:19 left in the ball game.
And as expected,
there's the onside.
Here we go.
Can they get it? Mississippi State's not in the onside recovery, but they still recover it.
That was close.
That was very close. Mississippi State not prepared for that one at all and had their regular return team out there. But they do recover.
Now at this point, Ole Miss needs a turnover, preferably a defensive touchdown without a use of their timeouts. Or they use all their timeouts, a 3 and out to get the ball back, and then another onside try.
Yeah, they cannot give up. They cannot give up a first down at all. As Howard's in the shotgun, he's got Jones to his right, and it's going to be a pass. And he's going to find a wide open receiver, and he's going to make the catch and go out of bounds. That's going to be a first down. Well, I mean, we said they can't give up a first down, but that one's not really bad because he goes out of bounds.
Well, and at the same time now, another first down. I mean, the Bulldogs can afford to take a field goal here and make it a
13-point game.
Make it a 13-point game. So then that forces Ole Miss that, they couldn't have the idea of, well, if I get a stop, if I get in field goal range, I could take 3, get the onside, and then try to get a touchdown, take this thing in the overtime. Now they have to go to 2 quick scores. So I mean, it's going to cause. It's definitely going to cause a little bit of mayhem here late here in this ball game.
All right, this is on 1st and 10. Clock's running. It's 1:48. There's the handoff. It's going to be a counter play. Jones has got some space. Jones just runs over to the defender, and Jones looks like he's going to go in and score and put this game out of reach. Mississippi State touchdown, 40-24 with 1:38 left here in the ball game.
Mike Jones has played a ridiculous football game. I mean, he has had some huge runs, and there he trucks the defender. And definitely getting those yards after contact, going up there. Definitely helping that draft stock.
Absolutely. He is just played one heck of a game here tonight. And like I said before, has put the team on the back. And like we always say, you hate to say the game's over, but he just pretty much put the icing on the cake and said, this game's over. I'm ending it now. As the score is now 41-24, 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had to hear a whole lot from the quarterback. Quarterback has just had to hand the ball off tonight.
Especially here in this fourth quarter. Mike Jones has just straight up said, just give me the ball, coach. That's all you need to do. As Sanders is going to take the kick. He's going to try to find some room, and he has not found any all day so far in the return game. And it's a flag, and it's actually going to be against Ole Miss. It's going to be a clipping call. And Ole Miss is going to start this drive on the 7-yard line. They have to go 93 yards here in the drive. But this game is pretty much all but over.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at the sidelines there. The Rebels coaching staff didn't appear to be happy with that call, especially here late. It looked like it was a face mask, and it turned out to be a clipping call there. So, this is it's kind of like salt in the wound as the Rebels here are trying to get down the field and put another score on the board here.
So, same question I asked earlier. Do you risk injuries now?
The quarterback got into a nice rhythm, did a good job of picking apart the defense.
That's a tough question. That is a tough question. I mean, the game does feel a bit out of reach, but if you get quick scores, I mean, if you can get an onside or two to make things interesting, you never know. You never know. But with the way Mike Jones is playing, you definitely don't want the ball in his hands.
Absolutely not. As Ward is going to take the snap. He's going to look. He throws it to the left. He's got a man on the sideline. It's Richard. Richard makes a catch, and he's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line.
I mean, this Ole Miss offense has found life here in this fourth quarter.
The quarterback
So,
in the gun.
you know,
Empty
they're
backfield.
definitely been
5
moving
wide receivers
down
in
the field,
formation.
making some plays. One of those where you're like, you know,
And down he goes. At the
maybe this
27.
offense got going a little too late, especially here in this
A little too
Egg
much,
Bowl.
a little too much, a little too late, because they are
Yeah.
absolutely on fire right now
They
as
come
they're
out
just
of
marching
an
down the
empty
field.
backfield.
I think 10 seconds maybe come off the clocks of fire. Ward's going to find Benjamin, and Benjamin almost breaks a tackle,
First and goal.
and he's going to be brought down short of the end zone. First and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. A little bit shorter than I thought. He's just so big, it looks like that man could reach in the end zone from there and make it in, but he is stopped at the 7. Ward's going to take the snap. He's going to scramble. He breaks one tackle. He's going to get tripped up, and he's brought down at the 3. Clock's still running. Ole Miss, I expect to hurry this one up, as they do.
Yeah, Ward is trying to lead his
They'll line
team
up with 5
into
wide
the end zone
receivers.
here. It's definitely been a tough outing for Ward, but he is definitely
He's
giving the
scrambling,
team his
keeps
all.
it, and he's got a
He is
touchdown.
absolutely putting his body on. He's sacrificing his body, I should say, for his team, and as he punches that one in for a touchdown, as Ole Miss brings it possibly within 10 again here with 58 seconds left. They still have all 3 timeouts. I mean, we say it was over, but you really can't say it's completely over just
converts the
yet.
extra point.
I mean, one mistake and the game could be completely changed here, as it's only a
Yeah,
10-point game.
I mean, they almost got the onside kick last time, okay? All they need is one. That's all they need. They just need one.
Well, Mississippi State's prepared for this one this time, as the ball goes down there, and they jump on it and recover it. So Mississippi
Again,
State has
super
the ball.
close.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that could have worked, as the ball is now at the 28-yard line. So no field goal chance really here for Mississippi State. But we would definitely say one first down should wrap this game up,
Field after running the ball very well on their last
as
drive.
they're
This
kneeing
offensive
it.
line really
but they have
opened
all
up some
timeouts.
big gaps for the running back last time.
The offense
Is
lining up in
is
the
Mississippi
zone
State
formation,
conceding?
and He takes a knee.
No.
Ole Miss is going to take their first time out of the half.
Or not Mississippi State. Correction, Ole Miss was Ole Miss conceding. And no, they
No,
don't. They called a timeout there.
Ole Miss is not going to go down without swinging.
Yeah.
They're going to go down fighting.
Like a bizarre play call by Mississippi State there to be taking a knee. Coach must not have realized that Ole Miss had all 3 timeouts there.
From their own
As now we
26-yard
do
line.
see them in
It's second
a
down.
actual
We have
offensive
less than a
formation.
minute to go.
As Howard gets the ball, he's going to hand it off to Jones. Jones is going to be brought down.
Around the 28-yard line.
He's only going to pick up 2
2-yard
yards,
run.
so it's a 3rd and 10.
Rebels
48
call a
seconds
timeout.
left
That's their
as Ole Miss
second
calls
and
their
a half.
second timeout.
Does Mississippi State get aggressive and try on 4th down again if they do not get it here? And it looks like they're going. Are they going into a flex bone, or are they kneeling the ball again on 3rd down?
I don't know.
They're kneeling again.
If you're an offensive coordinator, you love this play.
I-
The quarterback will take a knee.
And Ole Miss is Ole Miss not going to call the timeout?
Ole Miss
Yeah,
will take their
they're
final
losing
timeout.
time on the clock here.
Wow, bizarre calls by both coaches. Mississippi State knees it, then runs a play, then knees it. Ole Miss delayed on calling the timeouts, let another 8 seconds go off the clock. But there's 36 seconds left.
I mean, now there's no time on the clock. So
I guess-
Sanders.
I don't know. I guess Mississippi State didn't want to risk a fumble.
or maybe they thought that Ole Miss would concede
Who knows?
given the score point. But Dion,
Dion is one that can make some room. Deion Sanders. He's got some room on the outside.
Midfield.
Deion Sanders. And he's
prime
going to.
time making a play.
He's out of bounds. 30-yard line.
You can't call this game over yet. Ole Miss, Dion with an amazing return has the ball down at the 30. Ole Miss only has to go 30 yards. This game isn't over.
They punched it in for 6 on the last
These
series.
22
Can they do it
seconds is
again?
going to feel like an
This offensive
eternity here
coordinator's gotta be feeling
for
so good
both
about the
coaches
execution
here.
of
Absolutely. As Ward takes the snap,
Wide receiver.
he's looking. He's going to throw it up to Kelvin Benjamin, his big target, and he almost brings it in, but it's going to be batted away at the last second.
Feel pretty good as a play call.
Yeah, I mean, every second is going to matter at this point. I mean, this is,
Every second.
I mean, reminiscing of that time that your Army team against Tennessee, every second mattered in that game.
Absolutely. That game was had the same kind of feel, and every second did matter in it. And
It's
from the 30-yard line.
We'll see if Ole Miss can pull out the miracle here, as it's 2nd and 10 now. 18 seconds left in the ball game. Ward is alone. Ball's on the 30. Ward's going to take the snap. He's going to look. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got a man open. It's Coles, and Coles is going to be brought down at the 4-yard line. 12 seconds left here. Ole Miss is going to scramble up to the line. They're going to try to get this play off quickly. As it's 1st and goal. 4 yards separating them from the end zone. Ward's going to take the snap. He's going to look. He sees, he throws it quick to Benjamin. Benjamin gets in for the touchdown. We got a ball game here. 9 seconds left. Oh, my goodness. Ole Miss draws within 3 possibly here, pending the point after.
You don't know. When we started this quarter, Ole Miss only had 10 points. This offense
has exploded. Absolutely. They've exploded in this. And they are an onside kick away from trying to pull a miracle. They absolutely have to recover this onside kick. Here is the ball game. Oh, and it is recovered by Mississippi State, and that will do it.
That is all she wrote. What a game we had today. Again, I mean, these rivalry games, they get intense. They come down to the final seconds, and the Rebels, they went down. I mean, they fought to the very end. I mean, they fought the good fight. They had a couple opportunities with the onside kicks, but you know, Mike Jones had a huge game today, but really the moments in this game that defined the outcome was the 2 turnovers and the 4th down conversion by the Bulldogs. And then, you know, Ole Miss was almost able to turn around with that stop at the end of the second half. But more importantly, that offense, they needed to get going get going more on early on in the game than they did. But one heck of a football game here.
Oh, absolutely one heck of a game here. We're going to see if we can get any of the coaches in here to do a post-game interview with us. As we're trying to reach out to our coaches, see if anyone can.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie Ward. He, he had a pretty good game. After making a couple mistakes early on that we talked about. Again, that definitely made some of those were defining moments in this game.
Yeah, some big time plays happened. Obviously, like we said, they could have had the that halftime play almost could have been a big difference maker, and of course, we thought the time management there before half, like lots of things could have been big factors, but Mississippi State obviously able to hold on and win this one. And as we talk about Mississippi State, we have Coach rbark here with us today, or now. Coach, how are you feeling right now?
I mean, honestly, it was a hard-fought game. I mean, never say never until the end, until the clock hit 0. So, I mean, I thought overall our team played well. Came out, with a different game plan than what we usually play in the past, and thankfully it, led us to the win. Doesn't really mean much. We do get the Egg Bowl trophy, but he still seals the SEC on our side. So, I mean, always glad to get a victory and finish 10-2 in the regular season. So we'll take it.
Coach, take us through what was your thought process there towards the end of the game when you had that long fourth. It was a 4th and 13. Most people thought the punt team would come out there, but you sent the offense out there. What was your thought process?
I mean, honestly, I was looking to put the game away. I knew I had plenty of 4th downs to spend, and I was toward midfield. So, I mean, I thought, at the worst, he does get the ball back. I did have momentum, I felt like, throughout the game. So, felt like, my defenses held up the whole game. They played well. We've been able to get some crucial stops. So, I felt like, why not just send the offense out there one last time, burn another 4th down, and, see if we can extend the game a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I think that was a crucial call. We both were liking the aggressiveness there and thought that was a big-time decision that now looks like might have been a game-winning kind of decision. Coach Sinai, do you have any other questions you'd like to ask the coach?
I mean, I guess we've talked about it all game. Who do you think was the most important player on your team in this game today?
I mean, honestly, I would like to say Gallagher, the wide receiver, but honestly, I'm going to put it on the halfback Jones. I mean, he made some big plays. He broke a lot of tackles, and I think whenever the game was getting close, he broke away for a couple of touchdowns to kind of put it out of reach a little bit. So
Yeah, I mean, we totally agree. I mean, he made a lot of plays early on, both in the pass and the run game. And taking a look over the tally here, he did have over 300 yards of all-purpose yards, so he definitely made quite an impact in today's game. Um, so, I mean, I would never be mad about that.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't really usually rely on the rushing game, but it was working well. It was working early, so I mean, it's just one of those kind of predictable things where he's targeting in on the quarterback, and you kind of know you have to hand the ball off pre-snap. So thankfully, it worked out in my favor, and he's able to extend some of those drives and plays.
Yeah, I mean, those were huge. I mean, um, I guess another thought process was right there at the end of the first half there. Um, I'm not sure, what was your thought process going when you had to use that final timeout before that play where your receiver was stopped short. I didn't know. I was curious about what the timeout was about and what was your thought process in that.
I mean, honestly, I was looking to score. I knew I got the ball back at halftime, so I was looking to kind of patent the lead there a little bit more and, rest my players and hopefully score a touchdown. I mean, obviously, it didn't work out in my favor. But, I was thinking with 11 seconds left, I had a couple plays at least. And
Right. No, I totally understand that. Are you still with us, Coach rbark? I think we might have lost you.
what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Okay, we thought we lost you there, because it got cut short while you were explaining the whole thing to us there. But no, I mean, it's a fantastic game between you and Coach PharmaKy tonight. Definitely appreciate you stopping in for the post game interview. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, absolutely not. I thank you guys for watching, and I mean, tuning in on such short notice, and shout out to him. It was a great game, great season by him overall, and he's still fighting. So
All right. Well, you have a wonderful night here, and you have anything left to say, Coach Silent?
Hats off to you, coach. I thought it was a great game. Um, thought you made a lot of great decisions, and like you said, it might not it wasn't. I guess your season end wasn't exactly what you wanted, but winning the Egg Bowl, it's still a big accomplishment. That's a big time user rivalry game, and just again, congratulations for you winning that one, and good luck with the. Well, I guess just what your bowl will be. Good luck in there.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it looks like we try to see if we can get Coach PharmaKy in here for us as well, but it looks as though the coach is head his team to the locker room and he wants to go talk to his team. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Now the only games that we have left, we have quite a few games left for the rest of this or for this week. Games that we can announce. The only game that we actually have an official announce time that we'll try to make sure we have here on stream is going to be this Friday at 8 p.m. Big time game. Number 1 UCLA is going to be playing number 8 USC in a huge rivalry game. Number 1 versus number 8, as Coach Six Gun Ninja and his Trojans are going to try to beat their hated rival UCLA Bruins this Friday at 8 p.m. as that's a huge game for lots of many different reasons. BCS implications, Pac-12 implications, tons of fun stuff in store, and lots of users will be very interested into the results of that game. But that is one game that we have a confirmed time of a string game. We also still have to announce when number 4 Michigan is going to go and play Ohio State in the shoe. That's obviously a big, huge rivalry game. And the only other game left for League One to be streamed, that is a televised game. There's obviously other games that we have on each user's individual channels, but the only televised games that we have to have, the last one is Penn State going on the road against number 7 Indiana. That game also left to be announced, as that game could have some Big Ten implications pending the results of the Michigan-Ohio State game. And that one, there's some funky things that could happen depending on results, but we'll have to wait and find out until those games happen. Thank you again for you guys tuning in. This has been a great time. Thank you all for watching. I am Coach Silent.
And this is Coach King Cyanide, and we'd like to again thank you for joining us. And in the immortal words of Coach Spector, we hope you have an excellent week. Kick its ass.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and give the coaches the final say as we end this stream.
We hope you will join us. Either way, we hope you have an excellent week. Kick its ass.
Actually, it didn't work, but Coach Shine said it for us anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful night.